The song, The 12 Days of Christmas, is all about sharing gifts with friends and loved ones. I would like to honor the theme of that song by sharing whiskey with a different person each day with a nod to the daily gifts from the song. It's time for Whiskey Christmas 2024. Welcome to the 12 Days of Whiskey Christmas, where I share whiskey with friends, following the theme of the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. Today is day 10, better known as 10 Lords A-Leaping. I don't know who came up with this song. My guest today is an international man of mystery, a person who refuses to tell us what he does for a living and who I'm quite certain is a spy. This is my friend Josh.
Thanks for having me, Sam.
If this is your first 12 Days of Whiskey video, we try our samples blind. That means that Josh does not know what he's drinking. That way he can choose to like or not like with no bias. But you at home will know what we're drinking. In this beautifully wrapped box that the missus did so lovingly for this event, who's also behind the camera, and she's cheering for herself and you can't see it. Placed inside this box are two bottles in the same order as the glasses that we have. And so, here are today's bottles. All right, you ready?
I think so.
All right, let's get into the first sample.
All right, so we're going with the right.
Going with the right.
Okay.
Shh. Oh, I can see on the window. All right. Got anything? I'm not getting as much as I want to.
Yeah.
So, by the way, everyone, we have people whispering very close to the microphone. They are in we have bleachers set up in the other part of our kitchen. There's at least 20 people here. I'm totally lying on all of that. There's just two.
There's a live studio audience.
Yes. We do have a laugh track, so if I tell a joke, everyone has to laugh.
That was good. That was good.
All right. So this
Smells like alcohol to me. I have to say two things. First of all, I'm coming off of a cold.
Sure.
So
it might be more taste than smell for you.
already don't have a super sensitive palate and good sense of smell.
All right.
It's already weak. I want to say that.
All right.
I'm not great at these things.
None of us are. That's the best part. So here's what I am getting. I'm getting a little bit of cotton candy. I don't know why. It's almost like an artificial sweetness.
I feel like I need to smell the other one and then smell this. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah. There's no rules. It's Christmas time.
Yeah, I think this one smells.
There's more to than that. The second one.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, don't drink it yet. Let's drink the first one.
Okay, so I'm getting us off course.
Don't ruin Christmas, Josh. All right, let's just go for it.
All right.
Because I'm not getting as much either. Is this your first whiskey of the day?
Oh, yes.
Okay. By the way, everyone in the studio audience is also drinking. So if this gets out of hand, this will be 10 Lords A-Leaping. So there's a lot more going on in this taste than
Yeah, I was going to say, more than I expected.
Yeah. For how little I got on the nose, there's a lot there.
Yeah, more spicy.
Yeah.
I'm getting more spice.
I mean, I know what these are, but this is the bottle that I have not had as much of these two. So I'm basically trying this brand new with you as well.
less of a hit up front. I heard once on a whiskey tasting documentary thing, this lady that's I guess famous down in Kentucky said it doesn't matter how much whiskey you've had, when you first taste your first little taste of whiskey of the day, always is going to hit you in the face.
Oh,
and I think
sure.
This hit me less than I expected,
Okay.
but I found that to be very true. Kind of.
So do you think that's makes it lower proof? Just a guess.
Not necessarily.
Okay. So I will say this had a lot more going for it than I anticipated on the this had the I'm gonna start over. This is the 5th video I've done today. This is a lot of flavor going on. Like, I was not anticipating that much for how little I got. And again, I haven't had a lot of this, which the crowd can see from that bottle, but I'm still impressed. I still like it.
Yeah.
Now that you had us try this one or to smell this one, I just want to jump right into the second one. You ready to move on?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so this one to me kind of tastes like bread baking.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But like a darker bread. Pumpernickel. I just like saying pumpernickel.
Is that a good holiday bread?
Yeah. What's your nose getting on this one? Because you said it's getting more.
Yeah, I just think it's less of that like kind of in your face alcohol. It's more like more nuanced,
Yeah.
a little more subtle.
This one definitely, the first one definitely, I got like an ethanol hit. Like it was, which sometimes when I get that, I end up not liking the whiskey. This hit me, but I liked the whiskey. So, but this is, so how much you and me and our friend Rob, your cousin Rob, have this group text.
Mm-hmm.
Are you at as much of a loss with some of the stuff Rob says as I am? Like, it seems like he's got a lot more liquor at his house than we do. And I don't know half of the stuff that he brings up.
Well, so Rob, whenever Rob gets into something, he's all in.
For sure.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like building his own golf clubs, like year one. Like,
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by some of the stuff he says, but I am lost for sure.
Here's why I asked that question. This comes across to me as crafty. And what I mean by that is you can buy all the big name things, you can buy all the wild turkeys in the world. And by the way, this is not wild turkey. But you can buy all the wild turkeys in the world and they all taste the same. They're like the Bud Light. Any Bud Light that you buy now or 10 years from now always tastes the same. Versus craft beer where it tastes different. This tastes very unique. Would you agree or?
The second one?
Yeah.
You tasted it?
No. Well, yeah, I've had this, but I mean the smell, even the taste on this one, like both of these taste like craft whiskey. Do you agree or not?
Well, I haven't tasted the second one.
Well, let's go for it.
Okay.
Way to dance around it, Sam.
Well, I just realized that I did taste this morning.
Yeah.
Because I needed something in my palate before I did my first video at noon. Well,
I like this one.
I like this a lot better than that one.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind this one. This has pepper. The missus washed the glasses, and so my hot breath is making them steam up. I'm getting like pepper, like black pepper. Do you get that? Kind of across the roof of my mouth and the back of my tongue.
As you're saying it, I think it finishes a lot better than the first one.
I agree.
I think it stays longer and it's less aggressive.
Okay.
I think it's a little more earthy.
Very much so.
Than the other one.
Yeah. This definitely has a spice to it. Would you say that's your favorite?
The second one was my favorite.
Yeah, me too. So here's the kicker. Go back to glass one now after we've had the other one.
Do you think is it a disadvantage for the whiskey to go first or second? I would say almost first.
I would say if it's your first drink of the day, that's why the second drink is so different. Is that a lot different than the first time?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I would say the first drink is the most disadvantaged.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think it's fine when you come back to it.
Yeah.
So, is glass B still your favorite?
Yes.
Okay. You ready to see what we got?
I am.
All right. Do you have a guess? You don't have to guess, but
I am not going to guess.
all right. Good. Nobody has, and including myself.
This one would be pretty hard to guess.
Yeah. So this is Tom's Foolery.
Oh.
So Allie and I went and visited this distillery, which is quite literally a mile back in the woods. You drive back this cornfield, and then you turn left and you go through another field. Then you turn right and go through another field. And you just drive and drive and drive and drive.
In Chagrin Falls.
Yeah, and all of it, and you're
And it's by
mostly beside
appointment. You don't get
fields.
to just
Oh
show
no,
up.
no, no! This isn't an open place. I scheduled this months in advance, and I told him, I sweet talked him into letting it be my birthday, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can do that." And I met the owner
Nice.
out there. But so this is the bottle that I went, like, people have raved about this
Oh,
bottle,
really?
and so I went literally to buy this bottle. I bought 5 bottles in
Yeah.
all, but this they're super transparent.
The rye.
So
Yeah.
it's almost a full 10 years. So 11 or so 9 years, 6 months.
Wow.
This one, same kind of thing. Well, May to March, so that's 8 years, 10 months.
Okay.
So I mean, they don't mess around.
Yeah.
But this is bottle number 7.
Okay.
But literally,
That's
we were there in August. They bottled this in July. That's how fresh this is.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this rye is absolutely. I mean, I think this is fantastic.
Yeah.
What?
I was surprised that this was a rye, actually. I wouldn't have guessed that it was a rye.
How come?
Because ryes to me usually do hit you harder up front.
Yeah.
And
So-
traditionally when I've had ryes, I haven't liked them as much as
These
I
are all bottled and bond. So these are all 100 proof.
Okay.
So do you know the bottled and bond thing? Yeah. Okay. So both of these are bottled and bond, but both of them are 8 or 9. This one's almost 10 years old. So to do this as a one guy, this isn't even this guy's full-time job. He does something else,
Oh, wow.
and he just has these pot stills in a warehouse in the middle of the woods, literally a mile off the road. And such a super cool, down-to-earth guy. He started selling. Apple's my favorite food, so I like anything apple. He started doing an apple brandy called Applejack. And that's all he got into the business to do, was to make Applejack. And then somebody said, well, you should try a bourbon. He's like, I don't like bourbon. And so he made himself his first, and he started with the rye.
Okay.
And he made himself the rye, and then made all this other stuff.
Oh.
Some of his stuff is a little much. He has a maple syrup finished one.
Oh, wow.
It's almost too sweet. It's like,
Yeah.
it needs to be like in cocktails and stuff. But
Yeah.
Goes great in a pecan pie.
Is that what you used?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, that's it for day 10. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you, studio audience.
Anytime.
Thanks for sharing your whiskey.
Yeah. So today is day 10. Tomorrow is day 11. I have no idea what day 11 is. I've already lost track of what these days are. So, yeah, today's day. Yeah, tomorrow's day
5th video.
11 lords, 10 lords leaping, 11 pipers piping, 11 pipers piping.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.